Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another live action shoot on the spot of Mario's History Talks. Well, obviously I'm on the road again, and if you're following me on Instagram, you know exactly where I've been. But cat's out of the bag, I am in the eternal capital of Macedonia. I'm in lovely Solun. I'm here with some friends, catching up with a lot of folks, but more importantly, we're here for a human rights conference on the status of Macedonians and other minorities in the Balkans. And whether you call it divine fate or random draw, I was given some very exciting research pertaining to the significance of this house here right behind me. So as you can see, we got very blocky concrete apartment buildings all over, and in the middle you just see a sandwich, this beautiful turn of the century apartment house right in between there. Well, based on the research of an Aegean Macedonian, this is the house of one Ivan Hadji Nikolov. I don't know if you're a student of history or not, but that name should resonate with you. But if you're not, let's talk about it. So, why is this house so important? And why is me doing it on this date, October 23rd, equally as important? Well, per the old calendar, on November 1st, a school teacher by the name of Dame Gruev just got to Solun. And he's in Solun. He is wanting to catch up with school friends from the local men's high school of Salonika, his classmates. One of the first people that he comes across is a man by the name of Ivan Hadji Nikolov, another Macedonian here in Solun who had a bookstore. He recently opened up a bookshop. Now, Dame Gruev, he's also working for a bookstore, but he's working for one Samardziev, another bookstore here in Solun. Again, literacy, publication, it's a very potent weapon of the early budding Macedonian movement. They're walking along the quay of Solun, right down the street here, and they are talking about the obvious elephant in the room, the status of Macedonian independence and autonomy, which is still not achieved. It's foaming over. They know they need to do something, but they realize that they need more people as well, but they need to form an organization of like-minded individuals. That's pretty much the conclusion of the first night. This is November 1st. They know they need more people to talk through this with, and they need an organization. Well, that happens a few days later. That happens on old calendar, November 3rd, 1893, in this household. Now, in our modern calendar, that's October 23rd, which is the date we're filming on. What happens? Well, 6 men decide to congregate here in the apartment of Ivan Hadji Nikolov. His bookstore, to our knowledge, would have been on the first floor here. Who are these people? We have Dr. Hristo Tatarchev. We have Dame Gruev.
We have Andon Dimitrov. We have Hristo Batangiev.
We have Hadji Nikolov. And we have Petr Poparsov. The 6 men that would eventually form the Macedonian Revolutionary Organization. So what is discussed here? The discussion here centers around the fact that Article 23 of the Berlin Treaty is still not implemented. Autonomy for Macedonia is still not being given despite the legal ramifications of the treaty many years past. The result of this is the need for an underground organization that will pursue autonomy for Macedonia within the Ottoman Empire, but also be a stalwart against Serbian and foreign propaganda in Macedonia as well. Per the memoirs of the men here, and we don't have a whole lot of them, the name of that organization, of course, will become the Macedonian Revolutionary Org. And among that discussion, it was determined that the recently arrived Dr. Hristo Tatarchev from Switzerland, a doctor, Western educated, will be the president of this new organization. Dame Gruev would be the secretary-treasurer, and the rest of the men will be on the central committee as a position without portfolio. And this all happened on the very date of October 23rd in this household here. We have no records beyond what I just illustrated here throughout the memoirs, but the shockwaves that this building and what happened here between 6 men sent through Macedonia and the Ottoman Empire cannot be understated. So when you think about your network, the people you choose to associate with, that you want to keep in your life, think about Dame Gruev happening to run into his classmate Ivan Hadji Nikolov here in Solun, and then a few years later making a new friend called Goce Delchev, who would be inducted into the same organization and would reform it and make it into the legendary, sacred organization as we know it today. So folks, on this date in history, this building caused a shockwave throughout the Ottoman Empire. So hopefully, next time you're in Solun, you pay your respects to this building here. I know I will. And with that, We're gonna do some more talks about VMRO and the movement here, but this is amazing that I was able to join this special date with you on the very scene where it happened, on the date it happened, with Macedonians in our eternal capital of Solun. It's been my absolute pleasure to bring this episode to you live, and of course, we'll stay in touch soon. Take care.